Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today we're going to rank MBTI personalities based on their controlling tendencies. Make sure to watch each one and find out which personalities are controlling and which are not. Some personality types are prone to be controlling and some just never are. Each individual has their own level of control, however, based on general tendencies, we have ranked each one of 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranking based on their controlling tendencies. Number 1. ISTJ. ISTJs usually want things done a certain way and may object if this is altered. They are extremely diligent people that make every effort to complete tasks quickly. They frequently object to being told what to do by others, which can make them appear dominating at times. They appreciate letting individuals make their own decisions and will rarely try to dominate others. The ISTJ may push back if anything is damaging their way of life in order to get their way. Number 2. ISFJ. ISFJs appreciate schedules and frequently carry out their usual routines. They might come out as domineering because they want to maintain peace in their surroundings. They might struggle with this if they try to drastically alter their way of life. ISFJs generally prefer things to be the way they are accustomed to having them, since it makes it simpler for them to support their loved ones. Number 3. ESTJ. Efficiency is something that ESTJs cherish, which frequently makes them come off as controlling. They frequently try to exert control over their surroundings to make sure that things are done correctly. Because ESTJs are genuinely very good at completing tasks, they regularly take the lead in many circumstances. They tend to come across as more dominating since they are natural leaders. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. When ESFJs are trying to take care of their loved ones, they might occasionally come out as being domineering. They want to take care of them and make them happy, and in these circumstances, they occasionally exhibit pushiness. ESFJs simply want to do whatever they can to make other people happy instead of exercising control for their own gain. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs have a tendency to be fairly perfectionist, thus they can be picky about some aspects of their lives. They definitely enjoy doing things a certain way, but they typically do not insist that others adopt their way of life. When INFJs genuinely care about someone close to them, they may come off as being overbearing. They typically know the right course to take to ensure the pleasure of their loved ones, which could make them appear controlling if they choose to assist those individuals in making their decisions. INFJs typically don't try to persuade others. Instead, they merely offer counsel and let others make their own decisions. They can be seen as controlling in some situations and pushovers in others. Number 6. INFP. Although INFPs don't typically come across as being in charge, they do enjoy doing things their way. They don't enjoy having their every move dictated to them, but they also don't like making demands on others. INFPs want to be left alone to make their own decisions, and they may even grow irritated if they witness others trying to exert control over another person. Being allowed to live their life at their own pace appeals to INFPs who tend to be quite private people. They detest being in charge and are typically not in charge of circumstances. Simply put, they are not pushy individuals and won't waste time attempting to exert authority over others. Number 7. ENFJ. ENFJs are incredibly independent people who genuinely only wish to serve others. In many cases, their eagerness to make everyone happy might actually make them come across as being in charge. They may come out as aggressive when they try to help others, since they frequently discern the ideal way for them to accomplish their objectives. They may occasionally come across as controlling because they want to make sure that everyone around them realizes their full potential. Rarely do they try to manipulate people for their own self-serving ends. Instead, they virtually always do it to take care of the needs of their loved ones. Number 8. ENFP. Energetic and entertaining, ENFPs like having the freedom to conduct their lives as they see fit. When someone tries to control them, they hate it and may even go against what the person asks of them. ENFPs enjoy defying authority, which can occasionally land them in trouble. They rarely try to exert control over others unless they believe it is necessary in order to obtain their goals. Because of their charisma, they frequently succeed in getting what they want anyway. Number 9. ISTP. ISTPs are often non-controlling and detest being in a position of control. They like having the freedom to make their own choices and don't want to impose them on other people. ISTPs are autonomous individuals who are rarely perceived as being in charge. They excel at doing things their own way and have a tendency to just go with the flow. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs are very non-controlling people who want to go with the flow. They object to attempts to control them, and they may even grow agitated if they witness such an attempt. ISFPs are independent and private individuals who detest the concept of trying to impose their emotions on other people. Number 11. ESTP. Although ESTPs don't tend to be naturally controlling people, they do occasionally want things done a certain way. ESTPs aggressively pursue their objectives because they want other people to perceive them as effective and diligent workers. They might make an effort to manipulate others in order to gain what they need from them, but they never act in a damaging manner. Number 12. ESFP. ESFPs are delightful and fun-loving people who appreciate living in the now and going with the flow. They are fantastic at making others smile and just want everyone to have fun. They don't enjoy it when people are uncomfortable or unhappy around them, so they may try to exert control over the circumstance to mitigate it. Number 13. INTJ. INTJs typically take pleasure in having their life structured in a very particular way. They take pleasure in having control over their surroundings and establishing an environment that functions effectively. They often have the ability to envision the perfect course of action and can grow irate if others don't follow it. People may mistakenly see INTJs as being overbearing in some circumstances, but this is just because they don't like it when decisions are made emotionally or without consideration for the consequences. Number 14. INTP. INTPs prefer to inform others over exerting control over them. They are fantastic at coming up with more efficient ways to do something, and because of this, they are sometimes perceived as being controlling. INTPs occasionally value accuracy and precision over sensitivity, which can lead to them being referred to as controlling. They merely want to advise people of the most effective approach to complete their tasks. They have no intention of controlling the situation. They'll reason through the best course of action and communicate their thinking to others, and because of this, they may come across as obstinate or tyrannical to those who like to act in accordance with their own feelings. Simply put, INTPs do not want to do something that doesn't seem to be the wisest course of action. Number 15. ENTJ. Although ENTJs frequently come across as controlling, this is just a result of their preference for proper execution. They prefer efficiency and they frequently step in and take over if someone isn't performing well. They are excellent at controlling others to complete tasks correctly. In fact, ENTJs are adept at maintaining control and will naturally give commands to others. They simply act in this manner because they want things completed as quickly as possible. Number 16. ENTP. People may occasionally see ENTPs as being aggressive or dominating, especially given their enigmatic personalities. They love to be active and genuinely detest when their lives get too monotonous. They prefer doing things their own way, and if others can't keep up, they typically leave them behind. ENTPs love to argue, which can come across as forceful and annoying to those who just want to maintain harmony. An ENTP may intervene and attempt to take charge of the situation if they become irritated and believe that someone is not acting rationally. These videos will be really helpful for you.